Good morning, my good people. So today's video gonna be a little bit different. Instead of doing a typical review of other people's content, we're gonna do a couple what's called a I like to call a scroll of threads. So I picked threads just because it's not necessarily how to say it's not necessarily the platform that a lot of people go to. But with that also being said, it's something that I've kind of seen like every time I log on, like I'm always seeing some kind of comment where it's just so anti Trump. So pick this because the elections at this time is now over. Thank God. And I am happy to say congratulations to President Trump. Yes, I've made my views very clear that I picked on policy, not not identity, whether that's genders, what's called race, any other way they want to try to spin it. Look, I don't care about none of that. Look, the other candidate could have been a them theirs or I'm just gonna say rainbow pride. I don't care. I don't. Good leadership comes from those who are just naturally good leaders. Now, with it also being said, I want to talk about division, and this is also why I picked threads because if anything, this election showed us today, or the last 2 days, is that regardless of them speaking that they want to be united and let's move together as a country, unfortunately, when it comes to Democrats, and honestly, I mean, let's just be honest, look at who they pandered to. Um, Women, I'm not talking about all of you, because I know some of you did vote for Trump, which I want to say personally, thank you. Could that mean that you was able to see through the lies? You was able to look past the me, I, and think of America. For those who voted Democrat, look, I'm not here to bash you. I'm here saying that I hope that we can all one day be able to look at the bigger picture. It's not about being a first woman in office. That should never have been the whole talking point of this presidency. It should have been what can we do to get America back on track, because we have been failing for the last 3 years in accountability. I'm also going to mention the fact that what happened after the election. Democrats, your leader would not even come out to address you, to say anything. As someone who served in the military, someone who served in law enforcement, someone who's an active father, who's helped serve in city positions, I could never respect a leader who can only talk to me during the good times but not also talk to me during the bad. I don't know exactly what y'all look at as a leader, and I'm just saying this personally, but trying to be professional about it. Because, like I said, it's not judging you, but I'm saying that y'all have to open your eyes. Respect comes from being able to accept when you win and accept when you lose. The fact that 50% of the nation wanted this person who could not even come out and address the Democratic Party but stayed in the back, obviously crying, is exactly why they said she's not fit. That's a clear sign of weakness. A clear sign of weakness that I wouldn't expect no other country to take serious, and probably made us as a country look horrible. Because that says that 50% of our Americans want that in the office. And let me be clear, I did not say I did not say that her being a woman made her not fit. It's the kind of woman that she is what made her not fit. She's a weak woman. If I didn't make that very clear. She's not what y'all want to give every single woman in the world. I'm sorry, y'all throw that title around too proudly and give it to everyone. Just like we can't call every male what was now an alpha. We can't call every male an alpha. Every male's not him. Yes, there are some weak brothers, particularly mostly the ones who voted Democrat. I'm just gonna make that clear too. Most of the ones who voted Democrat, mostly weak brothers. Sorry, but it's true. Because majority of the brothers I see as well, right along with mostly the women who voted Democrat, the only thing I mostly see mentioning is nothing about policies. Half of y'all didn't even know her policies like that or studied her policies to even see that it would not, it made no sense, or it just meant to sound good on paper, but probably not even gonna be passed. But my point is, y'all throw that proud, strong, smart, educated to almost everyone. That woman was not the woman to be in office. Absolutely was not the one. Do you have some who I would think fit the category? Of course. Of course. Just like you can't say that every male fits the category to want to be the commander in chief. But she absolutely was not the one. And for y'all to try to sit here and do this whole sexism stuff, and this is what I'm gonna kind of go through the sexism stuff, as in you're sexist or something like that, just because you didn't vote for a strong, educated. I mean, they'd already proved that she ain't black, so I ain't gonna use that no more. Strong, educated, powerful woman. She was not it. So now that I got that out of the way, I kind of want to get into, like I said, these threads just showing, like how a lot of people feel afterwards. Now, it will be a little bit of jumping around just because, man, threads is. I'm just gonna put out. I don't think threads really got the best algorithm for showing stuff like in the order it need to be, because I logged on the threads like multiple times the last couple of days, and almost every time I've seen like a lot of sexist stuff, hate, and all this and that. People crying, of course. But then, like, as soon as I start recording, it's like, now I gotta dig for it. So we're gonna be jumping around a little bit, but we start with this first comment by Jasmine, and she says, "I see a lot of black people saying they're moving to London. What exactly are y'all escaping?" Thank you, Jasmine, for pointing that out, because you're moving from somewhere. You're moving from one place that's actually good to some place that's worse. Like, a lot of them just well, let me point out, they not moving nowhere. Half of their ass talking trash and can't even afford no Uber. So you think you could afford a plane ticket there to stay? Yeah, right. But just want to point out that they have their own issues going on there as well. So to be talking cash like you just finna leave because you don't want to be in America under. Look, hey, be my guest, but just be aware of what you can expect when you get there. I ain't gonna say it either. Cause I hope it hit you like a big surprise. This one's pretty funny. White women, I thought y'all were choosing the bear. So, look, I don't know whether this brother is trying to be funny, as in, I mean, we had a lot of white women who came out and actually voted for Trump. Thank you to the white women who voted for Trump, and voted realistically off policy and not off of just, like I said, sex. But I just want to say, like, I don't know whether this brother's being funny or being, actually, I don't know what this brother's aim was. But what I will say is, thank you, white women, because in this case, the bear was definitely Kamala. Let's see. Oh Lord, no. And I actually like this person. Uh, that put this is effing terrifying that so many men have this mentality. Your body, my choice. There's not so many men that have that mentality. There's literally not that many men that have that mentality. The mentality that most people have is abortion is not birth control, and it's not supposed to replace birth control. In fact, what's terrifying is that so many people want to advocate for the killing of children, but forget that it's considered assisted suicide if you have a sick elderly person ready to be put out their misery. You can't legally do it. It's illegal. Yes, we advocate for doctors to kill babies, but we don't advocate for doctors to be able to let old people die that feel like they've satisfied with how their life went. They're in pain. They're ready to rest. What happened to always trying to save lives? If it's not life threatening, like I said before, abortion is not birth control. I can perfectly understand life threatening conditions. Even in Florida, where it didn't get passed and they really want to try to misconstrue the media with misinformation. Abortions are still legal in many places. I would have to look to see where it's not legal. It's the timing of it. 15 weeks after pregnancy, I can understand. Yes, I would say it don't need to be legal after 15 weeks. You know how many months that is? Yes, at some point we have to have a cutoff. So that's not even getting into it. Like those who choose abortions, and there's literally nothing wrong with them in any kind of way, besides them just deciding they don't want to be a mom, and they get rewarded for doing the abortion. But then you have the same ones who will, criticize the male when that decision is made for them. They don't want to be a parent. The person decides to go through with it anyways, but they're gonna, you know, get child support. Now, I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking it now, but I'm saying that responsibility and accountability need to be held on both sides. Yes, if you're gonna do the act, especially if you're doing it unprotected, man, even if an accident happened, yes, you need to be responsible, both male and female. Now, when it comes to child support, I ain't gonna lie to you. Look, if it's 50-50 or 60-40, unless you have like full custody, I don't believe in paying child support. I'm gonna leave that stance right there, and that's just due to the fact that I have a situation where um I haven't had to pay it, but I was a little bit scared at first, when I first got my court order because the amount of money I make is drastically more than what the mom makes. And it's not drastically more because of her making no sacrifice to be a stay-at-home mom or anything. It's drastically more because she don't want more. She want an easy job and cared more about having something where she could just work. I'm gonna put out like gas station jobs, work in the mall, where she could just go work a couple hours, get off, and then chill with friends after work. Pretty much didn't really want to be an adult. While my spare time, I'm out here having to read. Yeah, it wasn't too much TV for me. Yeah, sure, I might play the game here and there, but it's mostly me having to read and do extra schooling. Um, what's called learn new skills, practice different stuff, do a lot of research, and not just because I'm told to do the research for school. Me doing this research because I'm trying to figure out Okay, how did this work for this person? Me doing my own research. Not reading somebody's book that they gonna sell to you, that they're gonna preach you the secrets, but they're not gonna really tell you the. No, me out there actually doing real research. I had to spend my time doing that. So yes, when my income started to reflect that, no, I don't feel like it's right. Where I have to kind of get told by a judge that, well, because you both have the child and the child gonna feel like this with that parent, you need to pay to kind of break them. No, heck no. Parent needs to get some motivation. Imagine if somebody told you, okay, well, because you strong and this person's still weak, we're a gym where everybody needs to, be around the same level. So even though you pay a monthly membership for this gym, you can't come to the gym until everybody get up there with you. No. It's meant to be unbalanced at all times. Let's see. This person, everybody crying about taxes, but most of you don't know anything about taxes. I don't even know what he meant by that, just because of the fact that I don't know what he's trying to get at with that one. I know she's trying to get at with this. So I clicked on her page not too long ago, and that's just the fact that. So she's one of the ones who posted. Now hers wasn't like super hateful what she posted, and I wanted to go through her page because I don't know how much stuff she got buried on top of the comment where it's mostly the world wasn't ready for a black woman to be president type. And that's pretty much. So it wasn't like nothing hateful, but it was definitely still kind of around the same rhetoric of America not wanting a female president. America don't care about the president being female or male. Man, the president could be an alien for all I care, as long as they're for Americans. But I know for sure that this message that she posted is pretty much kind of more political than she's putting on. Probably just don't want to, get her followers drained or something. So that's probably why she wrote it this way. Might delete the other thread, who knows. But since my heart goes out to anyone who's feeling emotionally drained today for whatever reason, she's talking about pretty much those who had to take that L with Kamala not winning the election. And I'm happy for those who feel great. Yeah, she's really not. She probably just finally realized that, you have followers on both ends, pretty much the 50-50. So doing damage control, that's what this is for. Take that energy and spread some love today. Yeah, they always say that they got somebody mad or, found out the hard way. But let's see. We're gonna play this one because this is pretty funny. So I went on TikTok and seen this video. It was like one of the first ones I've seen. So this is a representation of kind of what's going on and just how hateful they've been.
Oh no! 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 Why? Why? Do you really hate me that bad?
She just needs a doctor. I don't know what to say. That is just amazing. It's happening all over the internet. They are
She really mental health at the highest.
on this show. What we accomplished here, no doubt, is that we made Kamala Indian again, which is why we are selling the hats on clubcandace.com. Made Kamala Indian again.
That's funny. I also want to point out that I hope y'all know they have on scrubs. Who is she taking care of wearing scrubs? Why? She seems like she need to be hospitalized herself. Thank you, Saucy, because look, for once, I can tell she voted for Trump. Which my woman was this confident. She chose not to vote, and I don't agree with it. But you win some, you lose some. Y'all need to start speaking for every black woman. I'm not overlooked. I'm treated like a queen, and people know my worth. But she's getting a heart for that because that's what you call right. Look, whoever her husband is, brother, be proud that you have one like that. Because I'm telling you, it's too many of them out here who like ride the fence. They'll say what you want to hear, but then they also want to be some. Look, I asked my woman the other day, well, I ain't been asking, but I tell her, like, about the video I seen up there when the lady was crying and looked like she needed to be hospitalized and stuff. And you're like, oh, I kind of feel bad for them because some of them really did, like, want her to. And I'm thinking about, I'm thinking in my head, like, what the F? Like, you feel bad. And, I'm having this think in my head, just, I kind of just, I kind of tuned her out for the rest of the night. Just because this is why I say the logic of those who don't understand what real leadership look like and think that the world should react off feelings. That lady's in scrubs. I mean, I'm sure she's probably not banking. Painting that picture just to the fact that, you can wear scrubs in many professions. Typically, a lot of them not going to be the higher up type of profession unless you have that white coat on, on top of the scrubs. Majority of them are going to be either around the middle class level profession or the lower class where you're working at like a nursing home or something. So, just pointing that out. Not me knocking nobody, it's just me saying that yes, it's not too many in that profession that's balling like that because let's be honest, it takes a lot of schooling, a lot of extra specializations, a lot of stuff that a lot of people not really doing like that unless you're just highly motivated. Highly motivated is not most people. So, no, it's not me talking about your job, it's me just pointing out realistic. Anyways, let's keep going. This lady, without me knowing her income, stuff like that, me pointing out, like I said, the majority are living check to check. Meaning, majority of the people that's complaining right now about inflation, groceries being high, and stuff like that, are the same one who's also out here, at least 50% of them are also out here acting like that lady. So, my wife said that. I'm thinking in my head, like, what do you mean? Because you feel bad. They're the same ones complaining for the ones who got them down. If anything, they sound stupid. You're crying. Now, if you're making big bank, taking little bank type money, and the policies that Donald Trump planned to impose to work for you, which I don't know how because he's planning on giving rich people tax breaks. So I'm not going to try to draw a connection there because, like I said, it just don't sound, to me, sounds more like identity steal. So to me, it sounds stupid. And I think it's a little crazy. I just pretty much talked her out that, you know, like, let's see, I like this comment. It's kind of the fact that I would that kind of with how my and then now areas like Atlanta, it's and and pretty much predominantly in the predominantly black areas. Uh, pretty much on which it should have been. So that everyone else think of that is in the state of my daughter. And it isn't because if you've been to drive close to Atlanta, drive where it at and if you sure that wages and price are where Atlanta that has a so it's almost it's only it's outside if you don't get up and drop around. Used to want to move you to the other cities that are serving that and not when I make sure I get they came everything as what they do everything as they by itself. So I like to comment because I'm glad there are 50 other city towns and respect to outside and thank you is having but that is coming here so that they votes with sleep with me to be father and love to support what they supposed to be doing that before before I'm so lost just now like this is like that to me this sounds like 1960 like outcome is probably gonna get a thing you know if we have to out there to make sure we're not getting so confused but we're gonna use the first as the first again shooting up again say it's sad so and like what part of Florida they live